everyone. Happy first day of Summerween. So it's super dark and gloomy outside today because we're expecting a little bit of rain possibly, and I'm here for it. I got nothing to do today. I am here to just sit and enjoy my reading and just kind of, you know. So I am in the middle of like a few books basically, but I do have my little spinner wheel that I've been using to help me like with sprints decide what book to read basically. I have my Summerween book ideas basically set up for that. So we're gonna kind of see like what ends up happening. Really this whole week is gonna be, let's see how much of Summerween I can actually do in this next week. So this is going from the 5th to the 11th, which is quite a few days, but we'll see how much I can actually like get done in that week kind of thing. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice kind of cozy day today. I don't really have anything going on. Robert's at work until probably sometime this evening. I don't have any tutoring tonight. I have tutoring tomorrow though. So we're just gonna kind of hang out and just enjoy reading. That's what we're gonna do because it's been a bit of a stressful week for me this past week, and I haven't really had a chance to read much in the last like few days. So today's gonna be a day where we're gonna like cram through a bunch of books, or cram through like a bunch of pages, I guess, because I don't know if I'm gonna finish anything, but we'll see. So anyway, let's go ahead and get our spinner wheel set up. All right, got the spinner wheel right here, bunch of picks to choose from. So let's go ahead and see what we're gonna end up getting. Is it gonna tip over? Not quite, but we're gonna go with Home Before Dark, which was a Sprint Chat pick before I realized I actually had this book. It was a library book I had gotten, but I forgot that I had a physical copy of this book, so it is what it is. But we're gonna start with that. But let's see what our sprint time is gonna be for this jaunt. Full hour. Looks great. Very happy with that. So we're gonna go ahead and sprint for about an hour. Okay, before my camera battery dies, I managed to get from page 88 to 150 in Home Before Dark. So I'm gonna go change out the battery in my camera, and then we're gonna go ahead and start with our wheel spin and dice roll for our next sprint. Maybe we'll get the same book, maybe we won't. We shall see. Okay, resituated, wheel is ready. Let's see what we get. Gonna tip over, not quite. So we're gonna continue with my read of the Bone Shard Emperor. I did start this 2 days ago, I think. So we're gonna listen to the audiobook of this, and I don't know what I'm gonna do while I do it. Probably play some games or something. We'll see. But let's also do our roll, and we're gonna do this for 45 minutes. Sounds good. Okay, 45 minutes done. I did realize, though, that I forgot to actually put the Summerween tile on the spinner wheel, so that is now on here, and I'll just pick from the books that I decided to throw on for Summerween just because they fit certain prompts or something like that. So yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and spin for our next read. And are we going to tip over this time? No. So, I love the little music that it does. But, looks like we're going to go back to Home Before Dark for a little bit. Maybe one of these times it'll end up tipping over a little bit. Because I keep thinking that it's going to. But let's see what our sprint time is going to be this time. Ooh, a full 20. Okay, so that means let's go ahead and roll in half. So 10 is 50, so we're going to do a short sprint this time and do 25. So we will just sprint real quick here for about 25 minutes. And I'll get a timer set up so that I actually have like an aesthetic timer going on that I can use for my footage, because I'm kind of tired of using just my phone app for it. So, yay! And of course, the thing I want to use is Nearly Dead. So I was going to use my iPad, but that's got 4% on it. So, phone app, I guess it is. Okay, it's been about 45 minutes-ish. Had something to eat and watched Gabby Reads' video for reading until they hit a 5-star book, which then basically proceeded to add a couple things to my Amazon wish list. So that's what we did. So now let's go ahead and do our next spin for our next sprint and see what we're gonna end up reading next. Okay. So let's see what we end up getting. And we got Back to the Bone Shard Emperor. I'm not mad at that. That's fine. Go through between 2 books in the same day. That's fine. How long are we going to do the sprint for? Okay, so that's a natural 1. So that means that we either have to have or double our next number, which this we're going to have. So this is 95 minutes. 95 divided by 2, it's about 47 and a half. So we'll go up to like 48 minutes-ish. We'll do that. Okay, so as you guys saw, come on camera, focus please. I'm wiping my glasses. There we go. Okay, my glasses are fuzzy. That's weird. Okay. Anyway, so the book that I'm going to do is going to be for a couple prompts for Summerween, and it is called D is for Daisy. It's, I think, a pretty short book, and this is going to be for a book to read at night, which it is now 10:30 at night, 10:36 exactly, and it's for one other prompt, a thriller or a thriller horror book. So, As far as I'm aware, this is at least a mystery thriller from the spreadsheet that I have. I think it is at the very least. Let's hope that that's actually correct, because I don't remember. But yeah, this is on my Kindle, so we're gonna get my iPad out, or not my iPad, my Kindle out, and we're gonna read for the 20 minutes that we were assigned with the dice. So it's been about 20-ish minutes. Had like a couple pages left of that chapter before I was done. D is for Daisy is actually kind of interesting. It's a World War II placed story, and it's placed in London. You have our main character, whose name is Daisy, and she is a she's studying to basically be a physical therapist of sorts that they had back in the 50s or like the 40s. And unfortunately, at the very beginning of the story, we learned that a man who we find out is her husband has been killed somehow. And when Daisy goes to identify the body, which, by the way, she's blind, so she can't really identify the body, but we're pretty much aware that it's his body. Basically what happens is she finds out there's no actual wounds on him. So he wasn't killed in combat, he wasn't killed by any kind of like shrapnel or bullet wounds or anything like that. And so Daisy immediately starts thinking that something is not right. And so she's convinced her husband's been murdered, and all within the first chapter, which is like 30 some pages, mind you, these chapters are long. She finds out that a thermos that was in his possession that her husband took everywhere with him on bombing runs, on everything that he did. This thermos he had was, the coffee that was in it was laced with arsenic. And so now she's like, I know what killed him, I have the murder weapon. And meanwhile, before all this, she's been trying to like talk to the police, the, you know, military officers, all this stuff, and no one's listening to her because first of all, she's blind, so how can she know it's her husband? Secondly, there's no reason as to why this would happen. There's no way that one of our men could do it because we're at war with Germany, you know, all these things. It doesn't make any sense, that kind of thing. So that's basically where we're at with this. So far, the writing's not bad. It's just these chapters are immensely long. Like, there's only like 7 chapters, I think it is, in this. 8. There's 8 chapters. And each chapter is at least 20 pages, which is pretty long for any kind of story, let alone a mystery. But it's just over 200 pages in total, and it's the first book in a series that follows this character, I guess, because it's called the Blind Sleuth Mysteries. So Daisy's got a lot of stuff that she's doing. And there is mention of Agatha Christie, like, there's mention that she's read the Agatha Christie books at this point, or at the very least, like, she's read as many Agatha Christie books as there have been publicized at this time. But yeah, there is mention of Agatha Christie, and it does have that kind of Agatha Christie feel to it a little bit, more so like the Poirot stories as opposed to like anything else from what I understand, because I've only read one other type of Agatha Christie story, and that was And Then There Were None. So I've never read the Miss Marple series, I've never read her ABC Murders, anything like that. So I've only read Poirot and Then There Were None. So my knowledge of the Agatha Christie stories is a little subpar, but it does at least kind of feel like a Poirot mystery, if you will. So anyway, that's going to be it for me tonight, I think, because it's like 11 o'clock right now, and I would like to go to bed. But we have the first book at least started for Summerween. I would like to try to get through at least 25% of these books, like, before I decide, like, if I'm going to DNF them for anything, because, like, you know, some books I'm not going to like as much, you know, whatever, but I'm at 12% of this book. I like it enough so far. I just wish these chapters were not this long, but that's one issue that I can look past, you know. But I'm going to go to bed, and I will see you guys tomorrow for day 2 of Summerween. so we're basically getting ready for the live show for the two books that I need to talk about with The Witcher, Baptism of Fire and Tower of the Swallows. So I've got about half an hour until that live show. Wanted to quickly come on here and just talk with you guys. I was going to read that last spin that I did, which was my Summerween book, but I decided to wait until a little bit later in the day because that book, D for Daisy, is supposed to be read more at night. And by the time we get done with the more live show part of things, we will definitely have time to go ahead and, you know, read that. So as of now, like I said, I haven't picked it up really since when I read it yesterday. So I've only gotten through the first chapter of it, and that is about, what was it, like 20%? 13% of the way through. So we will redo the D20 roll for the sprint because I'm planning on letting, you know, the live stream be like the time where we do sprints. But yeah, so it's probably going to be like going till midnight or so. That's the plan at least. And then tomorrow, my family is taking the time to celebrate my birthday. Since my birthday's on Monday, we're gonna do a whole family thing and get together on Sunday because usually Sundays my husband goes back toward his mom and dad's to go visit. Dougie's apparently a little sassy right now. But he goes and visits his parents with the dogs on Sunday, and so we decided it would probably be a good idea for us to do like a whole family get together for my birthday, have dinner, cake and ice cream, stuff like that, all that good stuff. And then Monday on my birthday, my mom's coming to come hang out with me, so pretty excited. So but yeah, so my battery's about to die here, so I'm gonna go, but I will update you guys on how much we get read tomorrow before I head off to leave to go to my parents. Hello, welcome to day 3 of Summerween. So I just sat and filmed a couple of videos that I will be editing here in just a minute. It is Sunday, and basically what we've got planned for the day, I've already got all my posts done that I need to for this coming week, which is great. Today we are going to be going to my mom and dad's for my birthday celebration, and then we'll also be going to my in-laws, you know, just to go see the dogs and let the dogs go play and all that stuff. But yeah, we'll be having dinner and cake and ice cream over at my parents and just kind of relaxing with them and then come back home. So yeah, it's kind of just a pretty chill day for the most part. I'm going to quickly edit these videos so that I can get them uploaded and scheduled for this week and kind of go from there. So I'm not looking to read anything probably today, or not very much at the very least, because I'm not going to have really any time. But I did get quite a lot through some books. So I got through Ninth House last night, I got through more of D for Daisy, I got through more of Home Before Dark, obviously, and I got through more of the Bone Shard Emperor. So overall, I'm pretty happy with how yesterday went in terms of my reading, but today's probably going to be a bit of a wash when it comes to that, unless I somehow have time between finishing editing videos and uploading them and before we leave. If I somehow have time in there, I'll read some, but I highly doubt I will because it's already almost 1 o'clock. And usually my husband likes to leave to go to his parents around 3, so we'll see. We shall see. But anyway, yeah, so last night the live show went pretty well. We did sprints afterwards for a little while, and then I went to bed. So it ended up being a pretty good night last night, and now we just got some coffee in my little ghosty mug. My little ghost mug, because it is officially spooky season, for those of you that celebrate this spooky season. Basically, any day that is not 4th of July or any other holiday, to me, is spooky season. So, it is what it is. You can't tell me none otherwise, because I don't care. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and move the footage from this camera to the computer, and we will get started on the editing and kind of go from there. So I will see you guys later. Hey y'all, so it's the day after Summerween. I'm just getting ready to go to work because I picked up Amazon Flex. So today's my first route. But anyway, my first block, I should say. Anyway, so Summerween did not go the way I wanted it to. I ended up DNFing D is for Daisy, which was the only thing for Summerween I even had a chance to get to. So I pretty much failed this time, which it's fine. Not every readathon can be a winner, but But there will be vlogs coming out toward the end of the month with Blackoween, the July Noir round coming out, so hopefully we'll make some better progress in that regard and hopefully get through some prompts. But yeah, so technically, even though I DNF'd it, I did complete 2 prompts for Summerween with having tried D is for Daisy, which were the prompts of reading a book at night, because I exclusively read that book at night, no change from that, and a book that was a thriller slash horror, which that one was more of like a mystery thriller of sorts. It was more really like a mystery really, but I still think that a lot of mysteries are considered thrillers because it's thrilling trying to find the things that happened in the story. But yeah, it wasn't really that great. It was really boring about like quarter of the way through, and I just kind of gave up on it. But it is what it is. Yeah, we may have failed Summerween in particular, but I'm still happy because I did get some reading progress done with my other books, so I can't complain too much. But I'm actually going to be listening to my audiobooks and stuff while I do my Amazon Flex routes, which is going to be really nice. And my husband's coming with me because my husband does stuff with Amazon as well, and he's going to help me with getting all situated with everything today, so I'm very excited. But that's going to be it for this vlog. Hope you guys at least kind of enjoyed it a little bit. But like I said, the July Noir ones will hopefully be a lot more jam-packed with reading and stuff like that, especially for the prompts. But if you guys did enjoy this video, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already and you'd like to be, I would like to see more content like this, go ahead and hit that button down below and subscribe to become an owlet in our flock. And I will see all of you guys in my next video. Bye guys!